Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yudhe Beit Nun Sophie Yudhe many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. Enjoy.
Welcome to International Headquarters for the Nation of Yahweh, Nation of Israel, Tribe of Judah. Last night we were introduced to Yahweh, the Sovereign One, and at the same time you were introduced to Yahweh's only begotten sovereign Son. And you were introduced to yourselves. All week we have been introduced to ourselves. Our particular relationship with our particular God is most important. And once again, it's so beautiful to see something in Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 10, where we're asked to do something that no other God asked his followers to do. Keep the Feast of Weeks. Who would ever dream that the law of the Feast of Weeks is so potent? And I've only touched, just a little bitty touch. It's almost like a hint at the law of Feast of Weeks. It's so powerful that just one of my sentences in regard to this is infinite study. And when applied, listen carefully, and when applied, is infinite wealth and infinite rulership, infinite peace with infinite power, infinite glory, infinite honor, infinite fame, infinite life. All of this is encompassed in the law of the Feast of Weeks. And I'm producing books from this feast. Yes, books. And the wise want these books. Will not be satisfied without these books. Now, the foolish virgins among us will not put any oil in their lamps. Your lamp is your mind, that's what helps you to see your way out of poverty. You can't see your way out of poverty until you come to understand that's where you reside. Now, some of you know what I'm talking about, and others of you are looking at me kind of like. In verse 10, we can see that we must have the tribute of a free will offering of your hand, which you must give unto Yahweh your God. Now you have to know who your God is to give it to him. But you don't have a choice now. If you want the blessing from the law of the Feast of Weeks, you have to do this. What is that saying? That's saying that Yahweh is requiring you to be blessed. Isn't that? I mean, see, some of you need to hear me again. I've been saying this all week. Maybe you've just gotten used to it. I don't know, but I'm trying to get something to sink in on you, that the law of Feast of Weeks requires you to be rich. I mean, you can't belong to Yahweh and be poor. That goes with the territory. Now, some of us have found out this includes more than money. Praise God. Some of us have been deluded into thinking that wealth is money. What I want you to understand is wealth does not exclude money. Did that pass by anybody, or did that hold up and put on brakes and stop inside your head? Or did that just shoot out through your head? See, I said, wealth is more than money. But don't you ever forget, wealth includes money. When you have the true wealth, you'll have true money too. One comes first if you want to keep it forever. And you can inherit money. And without true wealth, dissipate, be gone. But true wealth is so powerful that you can have no money and then end up with all of it. So you have to use your hands here and sow some seeds of Yahweh. Not wallows, but seeds of Yahweh. Wallows don't need your help. They do their own thing naturally. I took care of wallows. But this harvest requires some work from you. And I think I got over to you this week what the kingdom of heaven is like. Unto a man, sow some seed. Kingdom of heaven. What's so fascinating about this Feast of Weeks is heaven is no longer a fantasy. Heaven is no longer elusive. Heaven is no longer unknowable. Heaven is no longer an unreachable mystery. I have unfolded to you the parable. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that sowed Yahweh's seeds. Now, the Feast of Weeks is celebrated in the third month. 7 weeks after Passover. And then that's significant, and we learn that this is not left up to chance. It's mathematically correct and required. Happens the same way every time, forever. Here is a perfect prescription here. When you study the number 7, you'll begin to understand some of the mysteries of perfection. And here, 7 sevens. Now that's showing up. 7 sevens. 7 times 7. That is showing up some perfection. That's 49. 4 is a number that says foundation. Setting up the foundation, and 9 is completion. That's why you carry a baby 9 months. Sign of completion. Now you should be shown off rich by Feast of Weeks. Between Passover, the time you exit By the time you exodus America, you should leave sowing your seeds. And that's how you get out of America, is sowing Yahweh's seeds. That's the only way you can exit. And in 7 complete sevens, you should have so much wealth that you need cargo planes and things just to bring your offering to Yahweh. Now, some of you know that this week I have revealed infinite wealth to you. And true wealth is when you sanctify yourself and become holy. Leviticus 11:44. You're going to have to go to work yourself, on yourself. You can't do it without my help, but once I shine the light on Satan, then you have to go to work, sanctifying yourself. You have to study that. Sanctify yourself. For I am Yahweh ben Yahweh, your God. And because I am, you shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and you must be holy. Why? Because I am holy. And neither shall you defile yourself with any creeping thoughts. Any thoughts creeping around in your mind. Don't leave any in there. Let's get rid of all wicked, abominable thoughts out of your head. Don't eat any of them. Don't swallow any wicked thoughts. Don't let any wicked thoughts hang around and defile the body of your mind. I'm going to say again, I'm just kind of building on all this week as we move forward. It's against the law of Yahweh to be poor. That's a shock. It's against the law. You can't follow Yahweh and be poor. I know all about your poverty, and you can't. It's against the law of Yahweh to be in poverty. It's an insult. It's an insult to Yahweh for you to claim to be his child. He owns everything, and you claim poverty. Now, see, you're supposed to remember the Feast of Weeks forever. So I said, and the law of the Feast of Weeks tells you that it's against the law of Yahweh to be in poverty. That's against the law. Yeah, see, now I have some little fellas rejoicing over being rich. They already dancing. They hear it's against the law to be in poverty, and they jump up and dance. I mean, it's a blessing to find out it's against the law of your God. It's not against the law of this country. The laws of this country are designed to make you poor. They tax every dime you get. Praise God. We found out this week that our enemies tricked us into thinking we have take-home pay. So inadvertently, we learned today the only pay you ever going to be able to take home is what you bring to Yahweh out of America. Praise Yahweh, because your enemy is taxing every dime you hold. That's why you can't make the progress you want to make. How can you make progress when someone is taxing away everything you got your hands on? And you're unconscious about it. What a deception to live under. Thinking you have something, and you have nothing without your God. All that you have is in your God, Yahweh. You don't have anything. You cannot have anything. And what's even more amazing is your enemies who tax away all that you have you loving them for doing it. The people who put you in poverty, you love them for putting you and keeping you in poverty. Because you, my people, want to be like them instead of being like your God, Yahweh. What a shortfall. Remember that word? What a shortfall. I'm saying you need to refocus your mind from those who put you in poverty to the man whose law it is to bless you to be rich without sorrow. Just refocus, that's all. Satan can't hold you against your will when you become aware of him. Your whole problem is seeing him. Now, once you see, once I reveal Satan, then nothing can prevent you from allowing me to enter into your mind. You'll invite me in. When I'm invited into your home, your house, I set my law in motion there. And my law requires you to be rich. It's just impossible to be poor. I mean, imagine that. You're working and suffering all your life trying to just get by. I mean, you have been reduced to such a poverty state that you're settled for getting by. If you can just pay your enemy off every month, you're happy. You don't pay yourself nothing. If I could just keep him paid. I mean, you know, it's a subtle devil that can put you in a frame of mind where you live to pay him off all your life. And he never allows you to pay him off. His laws, your enemy's laws, are designed to always take from you. He taxed you all your life. You save up $100,000, leave it to your kid. He takes half of it and call it gift tax. He takes the other half, call it inheritance tax. Leave your kid with nothing as it's in the probate. Probate means in the hands of the court. And if you don't understand who the court is, you need to go down and look and see. There's a fella sitting up there with a black robe on, took all your black money, and calls himself the court. Now, when all this money is in the hands of the court splits it up with his family. And you're unconscious of that too. You may complain, but then you're happy with your enemy if you just get some of it. He lets you get a little bit of what your people work for all their life, and you feel grateful to get a little bit. If you could just pay your light bill and your house note or rent, put a little food on your table and buy shoes once a year, and take a trip every now and then. And all of it's designed to give it back to him. Every bit of it. I said everything you do, he has designed to take it from you until you're in poverty out on the street. Then he tells you, you own your own. You can make it in America. It's free enterprise. Land of opportunity. Everybody has an opportunity to be poor in America. Everybody has an opportunity to live in poverty in America. Everybody has an opportunity to be ignorant in America. This knowledge we've learned this week about the law of Feast of Weeks makes you want to have known Yahweh all your life. It really does. And what I love about Yahweh is his power to take you from nothing to something. So I'll take you from 0 to 1. I'm the one. After you move from 0 to 1, you can go from there anywhere, as far out as eternity will carry you. Your problem is getting from 0 to 1. That's all. Your enemy's program is designed to keep you from getting to the 1. There's only one name whereby you can be saved. So they don't care what name you learn if they just keep you from learning the 1. And the earth of your mind was void, without form and void, until you met the 1. And after you meet the 1, then the 1 begins to move upon the face of the deep of your mind. And then there's a shaking going on. See, only the 1 is able to shake terribly the earth. Give according to how the Lord Yahweh has blessed you. And we discover what the blessings of Yahweh does. We've already read it. It does what? And now until you come to that condition, you haven't learned enough about the law and how to practice it. Now you got to practice. Because practice makes, and we're told to be ye also perfect as your. Now how can you walk around imperfect claiming Yahweh? Now you found out what's going to make you perfect. Practicing Yahweh's laws, which they are perfect. Psalms what? Let's go to it. Psalm 19:7. You are my witnesses that all people who are ignorant of Yahweh, they are walking in darkness. And you are my witnesses that all people who are walking in darkness and are ignorant about Yahweh are suffering. All people. And of course, the so-called black men of America, you are a particular basket case because you live in the underworld, the netherworld, the world of the dead. You live in Hades. You live in a tormented mind, day and night. You're burning right now with fire and brimstone. You're sitting like a dummy outside your house day and night with telescopes, looking up into the heavens, waiting to see the heavens melt with a fervent heat, waiting for fire and brimstone to fall from the skies, when the heavens of your mind is on fire now. Fire and brimstone, full of hell, suffering and torment, no rest day or night. The law of the Feast of Weeks reveals this knowledge. And even when you become conscious of being in hell, you don't know how to get out. Because you can't see the chains that keep you bound. And the ones that's keeping you bound are the angels of Satan. Now, this is not like the church thing now. Now, see, this is real. Satan is real. I'm not talking about a spook thing. I'm talking about for real. See, you can't see Satan, but he's seeable. And I can give you the power to see Satan and cast him out. And when you get rid of him, I give you the power to become the sons of Yahweh. That's my power. Praise Yahweh. And you better be afraid of me too. Because everything I say comes to pass. It comes to pass. I'm here showing you things to come. And all things that I show you come to pass. So I'm here telling you tonight that you can overcome Satan, who's holding you in poverty. I'm here to take you from Satan. You belong to me. You can't have it. He has over 10,000 angels camped round about your mind. But you don't have to fear now. Yahweh is here. Set that devil down. You learn you really don't need a gun for this. You really don't. See, a gun will distort your vision. Because you get off into killing bodies. And bust hell wide open yourself. Oh, yes, Yahweh. Ooh, this is delicious. Praise Yahweh. Psalm 19:7. Read.
The law of the Lord Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple.
You can trust in the testimony of Yahweh. It is sure. It is sure. The law is perfect. So you practice the law, you're practicing perfection. You practice the law, meditate in the law day and night. You can't help but prosper and be successful. Joshua 1:8. Read.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Good success, not just success. Good success. You'll be able, see? Without Yahweh, you're unable. There's a process to becoming able. Turn to it, baby. Open up that dictionary. Let's get down with able. See? Yeah. Cain was unable. Cain was not able. That's why he killed. See, the first thing he did for Yahweh's son was kill Abel. Now I'm getting ready to show you who he killed. I decided I'd go ahead and reveal that tonight. See, the law of the Feast of Weeks requires you to be able. You can't give if you're not able. Abel gave to Yahweh. That's why Yahweh was pleased with his offering. Let's see what kind of offering Abel had. Abel is the son of Yahweh. You have been unable for 6,000 years. That's why your blood has been crying up from the ground. From the day of righteous Abel. Abel was righteous, moral. And the blood is crying up from the ground, saying, oh Yahweh, when will you bring Abel back? Get vengeance for Abel's killer. Well, I'm getting ready to resurrect Abel tonight. See, there's only one man that can speak thusly. In all your years of church, in all your years of reading the Bible, you never understood what the death of Abel meant to you. Cain was given a chance to rule over us forever. If he could do well. But Cain knew he was not able. He was not able to do well. He didn't have the capability to do well. He was incapable. He was incapable. He was not able. He had a subordinate mind. He had an inferior mind, inferior quality, inferior grade, inferior character. You see, Lucifer was perfect until iniquity was found in him, until he started raising Cain. You know who's talking to you right now. And when my words are found, they bring a joy and a rejoicing to your mind. Why am I revealing Satan at this time? Because until the son of perdition is revealed first, then and only then can Yahweh come into your mind. I'm already here, what do you mean? But I have to be able to come into your mind. I can't come and enter into your mind with Satan there. So I reveal Satan where he exists in your mind. Then you can cast him out. And then I'm standing at the door knocking now, waiting on you to cast him out. Why did Cain have to kill Abel? Because he knew he could not rule with Abel as your example. Abel is your true blood. Abel is your true kin. Abel is your true character. Abel is your true nature. Satan has programmed you to be full of fear and think you are unable. Satan has bound you to think you are incapable of being great. He has you bound to think you're incapable of being rich and wealthy and famous and honorable and glorious and powerful and rich and truthful and rectitudinal and upright. He has bound you against all of your nature by killing Abel. Let's begin to take a look now at what Abel offered to Yahweh, because the offering that Abel made was pleasing. Yahweh had respect for Abel's offering. Cain's offering was terrestrial. Abel's offering was celestial. Yahweh has no respect for the terrestrial offering. The celestial controls the terrestrial. The celestial brings the terrestrial into existence. Celestial is high above the terrestrial. So Abel's offering was high above. It was heavenly. Abel's offering was of the ether. Cain's offering was of the nether. This is what all the righteous men and all the prophets wish they could be here to hear. That's why they wanted to be here today. They didn't hear this. They never heard that they were given a message. They just brought the message. But they didn't hear this. They couldn't handle this. None of them could bear it. There was no need for me to try to tell anybody before now because their genes and chromosomes weren't ready for it. It has taken 6,000 years of hell to get you ready for this. You had to be killed and buried in the hells of North America in your grave for a full 3 days and a full 3 nights. And you had to wait on one to come and roll the stone back. Come in and minister unto you in the darkness so the light could come in and say, come on up, come on out into the light. Now, after all of these 6,000 years of experience, you ready now. And I'm ready tonight to start giving it to you. Abel was my son. He was my grandson. Yeah. And you don't have to worry now about him was my son. The fact that I'm resurrecting Abel tonight means he is my son. I'm showing you I have power over death. All that Abel was, I'm resurrecting tonight. When I resurrect his character, I'm resurrecting all that he ever was. As I resurrect Abel's character, I'm resurrecting all he could ever hope to be, which will be made manifest through you. So I'm going to show you Cain and Abel simultaneously now. They're opposite seeds. You got to plant the right seed. All right, give it to me, baby. Abel.
Abel. Competence.
Wait a minute. Cain was incompetent. Abel was competent. In order for you to be sons of Yahweh, you must be competent. Now give me that dictionary, turn to that. Cain didn't have any of this. He was incompetent. That's why he was jealous of Abel. Give me, that book ought to have incompetence. Let's look at Cain first, because this is the mind you holding on to. You've been trained by Satan to be incompetent. Before I can free you to be competent, I must shine the light on your incompetence. See, before I can come, I have to reveal Satan. So I have to reveal your incompetence so you can decide whether you love that or don't want that anymore. You already are incompetent. You are unconscious of being incompetent. You went to school, you went to college, they gave you vanity and made you believe you are competent. And more competent, the more degrees you have, the more competent you are of your brothers and sisters. That's the illusion. But in reality, you remain incompetent. That's your condition. What's wrong with the black man of America? He's incompetent. Give me incompetent, baby.
Incompetent, not competent. Lacking.
You just not. And not only that, now you are lacking. You better turn your radio on to my frequency. Now, anybody want to tune into my frequency? Would you like my call letters? Now, you can find this particular subject on this call band, TRUTH. You turn in and tune in the truth. This frequency, if you accept listening to this frequency, you'll be getting off about now. I have the power to speak over any frequency I want. Airwaves belong to me. Come on, baby. Lacking in what?
Lacking qualification or ability.
Lacking. See, Cain lacked, period. And then he also had nerve to lack qualification. That means he was unqualified to be able. He was lacking in qualification or ability. I mean, Cain lacked ability to be able. I mean, yeah. He can't be able if he wants to be. So he just killed him. Cain discovered that he lacked the ability to be able, so he said, well, I'll just kill Abel then. I won't let Abel do what? Have any children. I will kill Abel's progeny. I will kill Abel's future. I will kill Abel's ability to reproduce himself. And for 6,000 years, Abel had been dead. And I'm proving now that yes, I kill, but I have the power to make alive. And this 6,000 years of dirt you have lived under is symbolized by 6 feet of dirt that you are required to be buried in and under in this civilization. This 6 feet of dirt that you have been living under in America says that when the trumpet sounds, you're gonna kick that dirt off your mind, come up out of your grave, gain victory and say, oh, death, where's your sting, oh, grave? Where's your victory now? The voice of Yahweh is speaking to you. And I love being Yahweh's voice. Speak, Yahweh. Teach, Yahweh. Reveal, Yahweh. Now, these words have been in the books all the time. The difference now is the word is alive. The word is in the flesh. You are now able to behold the glory of Yahweh. Until tonight, you could not figure out for the life of you, why would Cain kill Abel? Cain wanted to rule. So Yahweh has proved to us for 6,000 years that you cannot rule without Abel. Chaos, death, destruction, pain, tears, hunger, death, murder, wars, rumors of war, brother against brother, mother against daughter, son against the father, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. When Cain rules, when Abel is not ruling, these are the results. So after 6,000 years, we're crying out saying, Yahweh, Imagine allowing an incompetent being to rule your competent potential mind. See, you have the potential to be competent. Cain was incapable of being competent. He doesn't have the capability. It's not in his genes and chromosomes. Judah is a peculiar people. Judah has a competent nature. But you have taken on an incompetent mind so that you can know good and evil. You used to be able. Now you took on the form of incompetence. So you could know the other side of the tree. And after I get through showing you all the evil side of your tree that you ate and digested, you're going to say, get this fruit out of my mind. Get behind me, Satan. You can't live in my mind, Satan. You got to go out of my world. I'm going to get after you, Satan. I'm going to chase you out of my world. I think I'm moving the veil. In the reading of the Old Testament, I think I'm removing the veil. It can only be done away in the Christ, in the Son, in Yahweh. Can't be done away no other way. I've waited long enough for someone to raise up and explain this. And I look down through time and I see there's no one but me. And you're ready. I'm doing the work of the Son of Man as promised in the book. So that makes it impossible for another one to come after me. There's no other God formed before me, and there can be no other God formed after me. I, the Lord thy God, Yahweh, I've stretched forth these heavens all alone by myself. And any God under these heavens that did not make them shall be chased out from under these heavens, shall perish and be destroyed. And that's our job. Chase all gods out of our world. Your God is talking to you tonight. No theologian can teach you this because all theologians are incompetent. They lack the ability. They lack the qualification. They're unqualified. Only you have the ability to receive what I'm teaching. Abel is your inheritance. Capable is your inheritance. Competence is your inheritance. Quality and qualification is your inheritance. Let's keep going with this incompetent devil.
Incompetent, characterized by or showing incompetence.
He shows it. You have 6,000 years of proof. What more show do you need than 6,000 years? If you need more, you won't get it. That's all I promise. And I said I'd cut that short. What am I now? What is Satan into? 5,992 years? See, the sucker only has 8 more years to go, and I'm cutting it short tonight. Now, some of you know why I'm cutting it short. Why? For my elect's sake. I'm doing it for your sake, and if I don't do it, no flesh can be saved. Because it is through you that all flesh can be saved and will be saved. So if I don't cut the time short, no flesh can be saved or will be saved. So then all flesh will say, indeed, Yahweh is truly God, and Judah, Israel, in you are all of our families blessed. You are capable. You're able. Now, some of you say, well, what about white people? What about him? You ask the question, what about him? I made worldwide announcement that all people are welcome to come. So where are they? They're incapable. They know they're incapable of receiving this. They have to wait. You can only come here if you're capable. You won't stay here incapable. Only way you can stay under my teaching is be capable. They say things like you people, your God. Well, when they say your God, they're saying Yahweh is not their God. But we know Yahweh is God of all living. So what are they saying? They're saying something. They're saying that they must be of Cain's seed or something. Or else what? They walking in the darkness. They're incompetent. Where are you living? In the world of incompetence. You want to get the shock of your life? You want to get the shock? When you look up nigger in your thesaurus, it says a nigger is a Caucasian. Go get your, I didn't write the thesaurus. It says a nigger is a Caucasian white man. And it says the original nigger is the Caucasian white man. So I told you the Bible said you would be twofold the child of Ham. So he made you a nigger. And that's why he calls you a nigger, because he made you to think just like him. So in order for him to call you a nigger, he has to be a nigger because you're reflecting him. And I used to wonder in my dead state why white folk would say, I ain't nothing but a white nigger. Then you study on your own all about what the characteristics of a nigger is. A nigger is the life you live in. A negative life. A dead life, a destructive life, an ignorant life, low life, dirty life. And that's what you reflect. So I come and wrote a book and said, you are not a nigger.
If you would like to keep this statue listed, please visit our website, www.yahweh144000.com, where finally you can register for this high holy celebration or pre-register for the upcoming feast right there on our website, www.yahweh144000.com. We welcome you home. Praise Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh. Shalom, royal family.